Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Mickey and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is your dog's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of that leash folded in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed. And the only correction that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. You're going to be introduced to that training equipment, all of your equipment, tomorrow when Amanda brings your dogs home. Now, Mickey's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Mickey heel, and at this point and from here on in, Mickey has a job to do. And that is to stay even with Fred's left leg when walking. And when Fred stops his feet, he's been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. So this makes walking your dog a pleasure. So if he didn't sit, you saw that little tug that Fred gave him as a reminder to sit when he stops. And see, it only took one reminder and he sat perfectly. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and it is a stationary exercise, so you do not say his name. The long sit stay, when you're practicing at home, you're going to start out at about 30 seconds and you're going to add up to 3 minutes. So this is great for developing his self-control and maturity. Now he went to get up, Fred said no, and he sat right back down. So you don't have to lose your cool, and you can practice right indoors. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him, returning all the way back around to heel position, and they take off heeling again. So remember now, when you're walking them, no pulling on the leash, no pulling out in front of you, and when you stop, if it's to cross the street or to speak to a neighbor, he should be sitting nicely at your left and waiting for his next command. And Fred's gonna leave him in another sit stay. He's gonna go out to the end of the leash and turn to face him. And this time, instead of having Fred return to him, we're gonna have Mickey return to Fred, and this is the come on command. He comes in, and he should sit right in front, he knows. And Fred, on his way in, Fred was saying good boy, so that he knows that coming to you is always a good command, always a good thing, that you're always going to get praised for coming. Nice heeling skills. And he is a Jack Russell. They're hard-headed. They don't want to do it to please you. They do it because they have to. Nice automatic sit. Fred will leave him in another sit stay. And you can practice your sit stays and your down stays right in the house. And your come on command, all of those things. This time Fred will call him again. Mickey, come, and you heard Fred has a very light tone to his voice. He came right in and sat like a good boy, and then he goes back to heel. He's doing a good job. And these commands, if you practice them at home, keep you top dog, and that's what you needed desperately, was a shift in the pack status, and Mickey is not in charge. And replace one of their playtimes with work time, and you're going to have a much different environment in your home. Now this time, Fred has him seated at his left. He's going to use his left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. And stay. Now your down stay, usually dogs will hold this a little bit longer. So you're going to start out at about 1 minute, and you're going to work all the way up to 5 minutes. So this gives you a healthy way to interact with the dogs one-on-one. They're getting your attention, and they're doing something productive. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him back to heel, and when he gets back to his shoulders, Mickey expects to get another command, and we will demonstrate that down from a heel again for you. Well, it's hot, so we've been abbreviating our videos a little bit. It's your down stay from a heel position, and always remember, have him seated first. And Fred's going to call him out of that down stay. He comes in and sits, and then he goes back to heel. Now, the very last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. This is a little bit harder command, especially when you have a hard head like Mickey. So you're going to leave him in a sit stay. You're going to turn to face him. You're going to use your right hand to give the command and drop him into a down. Now, he didn't go down the first time, and Fred said no and repeated the command, and he went down. So I don't want you to give up when he's being a hard-headed Jack Russell. Now, we've demonstrated for you all of Mickey's formal obedience commands. We think that you're going to be very proud of him. I certainly am. He's come a very long way in a short period of time. We've enjoyed having your puppies here with us at school, and thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company. We're going to be back with the video of Jack.